I'm Cindy Aguirre, and here are your headlines from North Texas. Investigators are once again searching for answers in the disappearance of missing 6-year-old Noel Alvarez. FBI agents, along with Everman police and other law enforcement agencies, returned to the family's former home on Wisteria Drive today. This is where crews have been tearing up part of the backyard patio and searching that property. Noel was reported missing in March of 2023, with investigators later revealing he had not been seen alive since the fall of 2022. Authorities have long believed little Noel is dead, although his body has never been found.
Not a lot of new information, nothing we can share at this point. It's just the continuation of the ongoing investigation to try to seek justice for Noel. Just trying to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned.
Noel's mother, Cindy Rodriguez Singh, fled to India with her husband and 6 other children, but has since been arrested, returned to Texas, and faces capital murder charges. The FBI plans to continue their search in Everman on Wednesday. Tonight, a North Texas business is dealing with the aftermath of a violent knife attack on a bartender and several customers. It ended with police shooting and killing the suspect. Richard Solomon reports from the scene in Richardson, where community members are coming together for the victims.
When you walk into Good Vibes Bar and Grill, you'll first see their names.
We're all still reeling a little bit, especially those that were here during it.
The names of the 4 people stabbed inside the bar by a man Richardson police say they were forced to shoot last week. In this body camera video, you can hear officers tell him to put the knife down multiple times before they shoot.
Hey, stop! Put it down!
It's tough. It's definitely not anything anyone could have expected to happen.
Nico Oterio is one of the managers. He rushed up here once he got the call. He says Fifi, one of the bartenders, and 3 loyal customers were attacked.
Everyone's expected to make good recoveries. We do still have, a couple guys are still in the ICU, still recovering. But everyone's through their surgeries.
Richardson police say the suspect called Garland police, saying he was going to come to the bar and kill someone he believed had wronged him. And while the victims are starting on a long road to recovery, the community is making sure their needs are met.
And it's just been amazing to see how willing everyone's been to do their part in chipping.
Nico says several bars have reached out to offer help, including Wizards Sports Bar. Taylor Hyde says there was no problem in showing support.
We're all close and we all care, and if it was one of us, we would want people to do this too.
This Friday, Wizards will host a benefit concert for the victims, including a raffle and vendors.
Everything that we get is going to go straight to the victims.
And on June 14th, the Cottage Dallas will host its fundraiser and benefit for the victims with live music. Because at Good Vibes, they say this isn't just about a bar. It's about supporting family. In Richardson, I'm Richard Solomon.
A big part of wildfire prevention in Texas is making sure there isn't debris or vegetation that could fuel a blaze. Tonight, there is an effort in Bridgeport, about an hour from Fort Worth, to mitigate that risk. Here's Brittany Costello.
Team Rubicon says this camp hosted them for 2 disaster trainings over the last couple of years. So when the camp ranger reached out for help, they say it just made sense. Today, they are beginning work to mitigate wildfire risk. That means clearing trees and vegetation across the property. Team Rubicon is a humanitarian, veteran-led organization. More than 24 volunteers will fan out to help create fire breaks in the greenery you see out here. It's basically a line without trees and vegetation that helps slow down the fire should one spark. Over the last several years, we've seen wildfires cause serious damage to surrounding areas, scorching land, even destroying properties. Roger Chadhay with the Sid Richardson Scout Ranch says the risk is real and the park could not manage it alone.
There's just no way in the world we could spend all the time doing what these guys are going to do for us. It's huge because if that were to happen, it would save us, and we would also then be able to get equipment to it.
J.D. Brandon is a former first responder, now Team Rubicon volunteer, who says the mitigation work this weekend will help prepare the team for future disaster response.
After a hurricane, after tornadoes, trees don't act the way that you're looking at them now. The trees are going to be on the sides, they're going to be twisted up like that. So when we come in here in a controlled environment, it gives us the chance to get those skill sets down with the chainsaw.
The team will spend the rest of the day unloading and prepping saw kits. Tomorrow is when the work actually begins. They will be out here through Sunday. In Bridgeport, I'm Brittany Costello.
We just got a look at new inflation data showing prices rose nearly 4% last month, the highest in 3 years. And that's adding fuel to a movement to suspend the gas tax. Tonight, Kevin Reese shows us how it could impact what you pay at the pump.
When J.J. Turner filled up his van this morning, it cost him more than $82. A year ago, it only cost $50.
Yeah, a lot different. Whole lot different there.
According to AAA, the national average of regular unleaded is $4.50 a gallon. In Texas, the average is $4.01. This week, that's more than 40% higher than it was in Texas last year.
I mean, draining our pockets. My car eats it up like a semi.
So what to make of the president's proposal to temporarily drop the 18 cents a gallon federal gas tax?
It's a small percentage, but it's still money.
What really needs to happen is the strait needs to be reopened.
Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy says the impact could be minimal, even if it is a gas reduction that Congress approves.
And while consumers may see it for a period of several days, if the price of oil continues to go up as the strait remains closed, it could essentially be completely gobbled up by a rise in the price of oil.
AAA reports the price of gas has gone up an additional 25 cents a gallon for the second consecutive week. According to Moody Analytics, the typical American household is spending $266 more a month on the same goods and services compared to a year ago. So 18 cents isn't much for drivers like Babianu.
No, I need a dollar at least. At least a dollar.
Meanwhile, crude oil prices were up several more dollars again today by more than 4%. In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.
And those are your headlines from North Texas.